Okay, so if you guys can see this guy right here, you'll see one that has a much larger head than any of the other ants that we have in here. Those guys are going to be your soldier ants. All of the ants that are not the queen are actually sterile females. So none of those guys are capable of reproducing. And when a fertile male or female is born, they will actually leave to create their own colony. So these guys kind of have, as you can see right over here, we've got a couple of different roles. You've got your queen. Her job is basically to be taken care of, and then she lays roughly about 1,000 eggs every single day. So this colony grows very, very quickly. We also have our worker ants, which are going to be the little guys you see running around with their leaves and all that good stuff. And then you're going to see the guys with the big old watermelon heads. Those guys are soldiers. They act as yard security, and they kind of are peppered throughout the colony as they move throughout. Now what you'll see, and if you guys in the back there look directly above your heads, you'll see a tube. So if you look over here, you'll see that this stick leads directly into that tube and heads through there. So we like to mimic their habitat and their foraging habits exactly the way that we normally do. So if you guys actually want to take a small walk with me, you'll see that these guys go up here, and if you look above your heads, they're going to take you all the way in an 80-foot trip all the way over here to their foraging. So if you guys want to take a walk with me, I'll lead you down here. So you'll see they kind of come up, you'll see their behaviors here, and if you look really closely, you'll notice a lot of these guys are actually kind of bumping into each other. And these guys are actually exchanging information. They're exchanging pheromones, exchanging information as to where the food is, how far away it is, and how to get there. And then as we go through here, you'll see we'll reach the old impasse here. So this actually splits off, and that's another reason why these guys like to touch each other. They're like, hey, this particular leaf is from tube A, this particular leaf is from tube B, and they'll kind of split. And you'll notice that a lot of these guys are piling up here, so they run their whole deal on like a relay race. So they'll kind of, some of these guys will drop leaves, the rest of them will pick them up and take them on, and they'll kind of make their trip back here. And so you'll see they split, they go all the way around here, and this is their primary foraging area. So most of the plants that you see outside of their colony are actually fake plants. This is their primary foraging area, and they chew all of these leaves. But if you ever wonder how they do it, they move it exactly the same way we have a tree saw. So their jaws move about 1,000 chomps per second, and they saw right through these leaves. And their job, you have some that are kind of peppered on the sticks here, and their job is to trim it all off. We have some on the ground. And as you can see, we've got a weightlifter out here carrying a ginormous leaf. But if these guys were our size, they'd be able to run at about 15 miles an hour, carrying about 660 pounds, and they'd be able to do it for about 22 hours every single day. So these guys would be the absolute, have the dog in them, as they say. These guys are definitely built different. Their bones are on the outside, so they are very, very structurally sound, making them very, very durable. And they're able to take the, as I said, they are able to run this all the time. And again, a lot of people assume that there is like a gender fluctuation, but they're actually entirely female. It is a female-dominated society, so, you know, women power, right? And then they kick any males that are born that are capable of reproducing, they're actually kicked out and forced to go find their own home. So, yeah, and these guys, as I said, this is pretty much their society all day. We have the ones that their job is to take care of the queen. We have the ones that their job is to run. We have some that are job is to cut, and then we have the guys with ants with the very, very large heads, and their job is basically to just walk around and make sure nothing crosses the border. It is a systematic society, and it's very interesting to think how they learn these behaviors, how they're just born into a role that they take over and just assimilate into.
Look at that big leaf.
If anybody has any questions, let me know.